Today the company we are going to talk about is Burger King.
So before we get started, I would like to have some of our audience to taste some product from Burger King.
I'm Yuchen. To National Foodies Association TV show. I'm Yuchen.
I'm random.
So today the company we are going to talk about is Burger King.
So before we get started, I would like to have some of our audience to taste some product from Burger King.
That's right. So I actually just realized that the two commercials before our show starts is great. And I'd like to ask a question for you guys. How many of you haven't heard about Burger King before? No hand. Yeah, that's great. But today we are going to talk about Burger King in depth.
So, David McDonald and James McDonald and David Ashton. So a long time ago, they went to a McDonald's store in San Bernardino, and when they're back to Miami in 1954, they started their own restaurant, which is Mr. Burger King.
Their actual love with McDonald's led to their hiring of previous CEO from McDonald's, Donald Smith. They hoped Smith could bring up the performance standards of Burger King to a higher level. However, it turns out a very bad decision. The company didn't do better since then. Even worse, they are eventually acquired by Grand Metropolitan PLC in 1988. So many suspect that Donald was actually a spy from McDonald's.
And also from this timeline, we can see that in 1961, Burger King started franchising, and it enters the stock market twice. A company with some changes of ownership. It was eventually owned by a Brazilian company, the Fiji Capital.
Great. Guess what? Today we have two guests here. One is CFO Antonio, COO Tianyi from Burger King. Let's give them a hand. Welcome to our show, Mr. CFO, Ms. COO.
Thank you.
So, Mr. CFO, as many of us are wondering, could you please talk more about the company's recent performance?
Sure. Recently, our company is seeking for more potential market all around the world. So we shut down some of our store in USA and Canada, and we make a huge cash up by opening franchise store in Europe, Latin America, and Asian countries. As you can see in the graph, we increased our franchise evenly around 10% in these areas, and especially in Asia, we double our increase in franchise store in 2013, especially in China, since 2011, we increased 240% because it has the largest population in the world.
Wow, that's interesting. But why the company now focus more on Asian market?
Because Asian people are really big fans of fast food. If you have ever been to Asia, you can see they have many street stands selling the fast food. So that's why we saw the Asia as such a huge market. That's we wanna step in to offer them another option. So here, based on this data, you can see Hong Kong is 61%, China is 41%, Malaysia is 59%, and Philippines is 54%. So we have a huge percentage demand of the whole market. So that's why we want our products focus on the Asian market.
So such a success in Asian markets must attract a multitude of eyeballs in stock market, right?
Yes, that's correct. Our increasing franchise store all around the world boosts our sales so much. So we triple our net income. So our net income increased from in 2012 is 33%, and in 2013 is 98%. Also, our current ratio increased from 2.2 to 3.1. That means we are now more capable to cover our short-term obligations, and we attract a lot of stockholders in the market.
In the meantime, our time interest earn rate increased from 1.7 to 2.6, exciting the market warning signal of 2.5. So we are more capable of paying interest obligation.
Fabulous. So recently we have heard some economic discussion talking about Burger King is going to incorporate with a Canadian company, Tim Hortons, which is very famous for its coffee and donut. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
And when it comes to your incorporation with Tim Hortons, Bloomberg commented that Burger King is actually following the trend of tax inversion, which is about moving the headquarters from United States to Canada.
So as you see, the United States tax rate is about 35%, but in Canada it's only 26%. So theoretically, we can estimate that the probable tax saving is about 8.1 million.
No, that's not right. We already posted Facebook saying that we are not moving, and we earned 1,975 likes. Also, our profit margin increased from 5% to 20%. That means, including tax expenses, we still earn a very outstanding profit.
So regardless of your huge revenue, you can see from this chart that Burger King's market share still lingers about 4% in market, while its biggest competitor, McDonald's, occupies 54%. It's 13 times different, and it's such a huge gap.
And also, we can see from this chart, the stores of Burger King is 55% concentrated in North America area, USA and Canada. However, from this graph, we notice that their overseas sales is almost double of their North American sales, which means their overseas marketing strategy must be more successful than what they adopt in North American area. And another noteworthy point is that their number one competitor, McDonald's, beats them strongly both in overseas market and domestic market. So this huge gap in foreseeable future, I can see Burger King is able to catch up.
Yes, I already noticed a huge gap compared to McDonald's. So to attract more customers, we are adopting different culture and taste, such as we introduced the Windows 7 Ubers in Japan and the Black Burger in Japan. Delicious, isn't it?
Yeah, Black Burger. Anyone want to try this?
Yeah.
I mean, besides of these interesting features, how about its nutrition level?
Recently, we noticed that many customers like more nutritious food, so they like high quality and healthy food. So we are trying to produce more nutritious burgers and add some more nutritious food to our menu.
Yeah, and an example of that is our flagship Whopper sandwich that contains a lot of vegetables. And we also add salad to our menu and apple slice to our breakfast.
That's great. However, from one of our research, we found that the health eating index of the Burger King is actually decreased for almost a decade and only pick up again after 2007. Even since then, we can see this green line is still the second last among its competitors. And interesting enough, from this graph, we actually notice both McDonald's and Burger King decrease for these lately weeks. And even worse, Burger King decrease more.
Yes, we'll pay more attention on nutrition.
So aside of that, what are some other improvements that Burger King is trying to make right now?
Oh, sure. Other improvement, we have a huge promotion and advertising campaign, and the chicken nugget you guys just try out is in a promotion cost, and also the one deal burger and the low cost combo in Vietnam. So because these low cost promotions will attract a lot of customers because they are more affordable than before.
As a consumer, we are very glad to see the company is making progress. However, from another research, we found that although we have to admit the company's advertising expense increased the most among its competitors, however, it's only because their base dollar amount is very small. So we can see here, Burger King's advertising expense is about $387 million, whereas number one competitor, McDonald's, has $1,200 million. So this dollar input is really belittle the company.
And another thing related is that we noticed that Burger King in the latest quarter, their sales in North American market actually dropped 0.5%, while McDonald's has a 1% increase.
Yes, it's very hard to build standard.
Yeah.
So this is COO. Since you have been working in this industry for so long, what are some main challenges that Burger King is facing right now?
Along our way to make the best burger to our consumers, the raising labor and raw material costs burden us more and more. But the most challenging thing is the taste of consumers. First, they have different tastes across the country as well as across the whole world. It's so hard to make a food fascinating to everyone. On top of that, consumers' taste constantly change as well. So it's even more difficult to detect those changes. Yeah.
Yes, for example, of a taste trend, is coffee. I'm a coffee lover, and I believe that many of you like coffee, isn't it? Yeah, that in cooperation with Tim Hortons may allow us to make more high quality and delicious coffee products to everyone here.
One more challenge I'd like to add is economic situation. It's slowly recovering from the 2008 economic recession. So we also take part of result from that.
Great. So as Miss COO mentioned, that the most challenging thing company now is facing is the taste of customers. Why don't we just invite an audience to join our show today? So who wants to join us? Okay, the girl sitting in the front, please. So tell everyone what's your name and where are you from?
Hello everyone, my name is Van Lee and I'm from Vietnam.
Okay, Van Lee, welcome to our show, and I'd like to ask you a question. When you heard about the fast food restaurant, what are some brands that pop up in your mind?
McDonald's, so famous of course. KFC, In-N-Out, Subway, Wendy's, and Burger King too.
Okay, among these brands, which one you prefer?
McDonald's, because McDonald's has its own market for so long, and many consumers and I have always been McDonald's fan.
Well, it's interesting. We also have a bunch of restaurants in Vietnam. So have you ever been to any of them?
No, sorry. Everyone may know McDonald's, but not Burger King. And I only heard about Burger King when I came to United States, and I went there a couple of times though. Yes, that's right. There's a bunch of Burger King restaurants in Vietnam, but I didn't know Burger King entered Vietnam until I have a friend who works there. So, by the way, why don't we Skype with him for more information?
Okay.
Hello, can you say something about Burger King in Vietnam?
Xin chào các bạn, mình tên là Bình Ngô, mình hiện đang làm việc tại cửa hàng Burger King với địa phương đã được 10 tháng. Burger King du nhập vào Việt Nam vào năm 2011 và trong 2 năm đầu tiên thì Burger King là doanh thu lý tưởng bởi vì việc chuộng hàng ngoại của người Việt. Trong kỷ gần đây thì khách hàng bắt đầu quan tâm đến chất lượng sản phẩm hơn Tuy với giá cao thì Burger King đã hứa hẹn đến cho khách hàng những sản phẩm đạt tiêu chuẩn của Mỹ. Trong 3 năm hoạt động tại Việt Nam thì số lượng cửa hàng của Burger King ngày càng giảm, từ 16 cửa hàng trên toàn quốc này chỉ còn có 12 cửa hàng. Và cuối năm nay thì cửa hàng nơi mình đang làm việc có thể sẽ bị đóng cửa. Và lý do tại sao thì bạn mình Vân Lê sẽ trình bày.
Thank you, we appreciate it. Yeah, Burger King in Vietnam may not know that going foreign is a very popular phenomenon adopted by most young Vietnamese people today. Like, the phenomenon does not last long. So, there are many other challenges in not only in Vietnam but the whole Asia. And how to succeed in this reason? And this is a big question for any companies. Culture. Very simple but not easy. There's no fact sheet on how to do it. So Burger King need to figure it out by themselves to improve their performance in Asia. And Asia is very potential market and Burger King doesn't want to miss it.
Then how's you feeling after you tried our food and what do you think about our company in the US?
First, your burger is really greasy and contain a lot of calories. And because I'm a McDonald's fan, so I can tell that Burger King is copying on strategies of McDonald's. For example, first, Big Mac, Big King is too obvious. And second, many people and I believe that the marriage with Tim Hortons is just about copying McCafe too. And last but not least, the chicken nuggets you just give it today are very similar to McDonald's. And by the way, it tastes really bad. Sorry, it too hurts. Do you agree?
No.
Last but not least, about remember our 3 magic words: location, location, and location. From the map, you see, McDonald's is everywhere except North Korea. We cannot do anything with Kim Jong-un, even McDonald's.
Kim.
Even if I hate McDonald's, I have no other choice. Why? McDonald's is so convenient to find one out there. For example, last night I was so hungry, so I was looking for a burger to eat. Only McDonald's is next to my house. I couldn't find Burger King around 3 or 4 miles. You know, every mile is gas. I don't want to waste my money.
Being that, do you see a perfect restaurant? Did you heard that McDonald's also put the experiment into the burger? Did our food leave any good impression on you?
Yes, definitely, yes.
Okay,
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Burger King do have some good things about themselves. First, the taste. There's a survey from CNBC that's showing that a lot of consumers prefer Big King compared to Big Mac because it's juicy and tastes better. And second,
Really?
at least I haven't heard any bad news about Burger King compared to McDonald's. McDonald's has been swamped a lot of bad scandal recently, and this really hurt McDonald's. It turned out to be that Burger King has been doing very well compared to McDonald's on the global scale and domestic scale too. And yeah, Burger King make a lot of good decisions, and I give a lot of credit on that.
Really? I see your point, and thank you for sharing the idea. Maybe we'll try our best to perform better in the market. Thank you. Thank you.
So as we see, Burger King is doing well in terms of their sales and revenue, but they still need to catch up with McDonald's, and their quality, taste, and nutrition level of their food still need to be improved. Diversifying the menu is also another important thing.
Okay, thanks Mr. CFO, Miss CEO, and Van joining our show. Also thanks for our dearest audience watch. We'll see you again on Wednesday.